Let's make lemonade. Okay, let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go, 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 go. It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Infinity. Save up to $10,000 on the 2026 QX80 and up to $6,000 on the QX60. Plus, take advantage of 0% for 60 months. The all-new 2027 QX65 is available on their lot today in multiple colors, so start your buying journey at willisauto.com. If you are listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Good to have you with us this morning. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, leave your comments in the comment section, and call the show, 515-517-2303, and follow us on our social media channels. Good morning, Ross Peterson. What's going on?
What's up, buddy? Are you? How are you this morning? What time did you
I'm
get
a glutton
to bed?
for punishment is what I am. I am a
You
glutton.
look good. You sound good. You look, I mean,
You know what? It's game time, brother. It's game time. It's game time, and it's time to put my helmet on and go to work and get it done. Now, I'm dragging, okay? I walked in my door at 1:32 a.m.
Oh, my.
1:30.
Did you drive home?
I drove home.
Oh,
So-
how?
I'm a gamer, dude. I put the game hat on. It's time to go.
When I drove home from Dave that one night, I shouldn't have.
Now, hold
I
on.
needed this-
I had
I needed the
Anjanette,
pro assist,
Owen, and Lizzie in the car, so we
yeah.
had great conversation.
Okay,
It was good.
Yeah, I was by myself. That's true.
But yeah, so if you're by yourself, because I've done that after when we were doing sound off, I'd leave sometimes at like 11 going, oh, what am I doing? Having 4 people in the car was great. I'll get to the concert in a bit, but I want to give you a little bit why I was probably about a half hour behind schedule.
Okay.
We were walking into the arena last night, and I said, hey, Owen, he's playing till 10:45. He goes, we're not staying that late. He goes, we'll leave early. Well, Owen loves Tyler Childers, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so Tyler Childers does not do an encore, which I respect tremendously.
Okay, cool.
Towards the end, he gets up and he says, hey, everybody, it's been great. I've got 4 songs left. When those 4 songs are over, we're walking off stage. And he's dead. And so and if you've been to a Tyler Childers show before, you know that he's telling the truth. So we knew that. Well, there was a couple songs he hadn't sung yet. And I'm like, hey, Owen, there's 4 songs left. And this was at 10:15. So I knew those 4 songs were going to take a half hour. And we weren't moving, right? We weren't moving. So, and the songs that he sang, I wanted to hear as well. So show ended, and we were talking to Chris Conley a little bit. And I said, hey, what do you think the best way to get out of here is? He goes, well, you could go back to 2nd Avenue. I said, absolutely not. I said, you've got people walking across the street. Traffic's going that way. So I'm gonna go right out of the parking lot. I went up to 6th Avenue, got on at 6th Avenue, right? I'm thinking, I got out of there quick. I'm like, yeah, I
Smart
beat
move.
it.
You
We're
were
gonna be
you were in that the Hall of Pride lot.
Hall of Pride lot.
What do you want to call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still call it that. Probably shouldn't.
But so I'm like, hey, we're on the interstate. We're making good time. I'm rolling along, coming up to the I-35, I-80 split. Fucking thing's closed.
What?
Closed. They closed the interstate last night. They're doing
Like
road
80
construction.
Like 80 westbound?
80 westbound at the I-35 split.
You at the West Mixmaster?
Yeah, so I have
What?
to. Yeah, so I have to loop around like I'm going to Kansas City. I have to go all the way to Mills Parkway.
Okay.
Then I have to take that all the way to Grand Prairie Parkway. Now, if you're not from Des Moines, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But that's stop and go with lights and everything like that, right? So it's like, and at one point,
And this
you're
is
out in the
one
middle
that-
of nowhere.
Oh, this is late at night. You're trying to get home.
Yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Owen at one point goes, "Who lives out here?" Because just little develop. He goes, "Who lives out here? Why would you do that?" I go, "You come back in 10 years and it's going to be all full of houses anyway, right?"
You were literally near a little community called Boonville. Mill Civic Parkway. Is that where you went? It took you all the way that way?
So I went Mill Civic Parkway all the way to Grand Prairie Parkway. So I got on. That's a hell of a stretch of road. So where like Fleet Farm and stuff is, right? Is that where that is? Or no, that's
Yeah, Fleet
Farm's there.
Fleet Farm's on the north end of the interstate on Grand Prairie Parkway.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, and then the rest of the way home, there was 2, maybe 3 spots where it got to one way. They're doing construction at night. I'm thinking to myself, and if you were working last night on the roads, you're probably sleeping or you're just getting off right now. Yeah. Why at night?
Oh, I can tell you. Two very specific reasons. The heat is one, and the traffic is the other.
Dude, I-80 last night was packed all the way home. I go, did this many people from Omaha go to the Tyler Childers concert? And it was absolutely packed. So that little detour slowed me down about a half hour.
Yeah, that'll kill you. That'll kill you.
I'm like, I'm going to be home
things, especially this circumstances. Because most of us in Des Moines are like, that's not that far out of the way. Like when you describe that, I'm like, dude, I do that all the time. That's Costco. Talking about my Costco run.
That's fair.
But when it's 11:30, you're trying to get home. Every second counts.
You're not on that road on a regular basis.
Freaking interstate is closed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going, I'm hitting 65. I'm like, as soon as I get past Jordan Creek, I'm hitting 75 and we're going.
You just said something. You said when you're not familiar with that road. When you're not familiar with Mill Civic Parkway, that fucking road. There's a stoplight every 200 yards.
That's what I mean. It was stop and go.
And it's like Snake Alley in Burlington. It just goes back and forth. You're like, I want to go there. I want to go there. I see where I want to go. Can I just drive there? You just wait a minute. You have 9 more stoplights.
Well, and it wasn't very well marked. And pretty soon I'm out where I can actually see stars. I mean, I've left like city lights, right? I'm like, look at guys, there's stars. Are we going the right way? And all of a sudden, Lizzie goes, look, up above or up ahead, right by the stop sign. You could see the orange detour sign. So It was like they were leaving little nibbits for me. And then, of course, I'm like, I don't want to speed because you're kind of in a residential area. I got a guy coming up on my ass, just riding me, and I'm like, dude, just look at my plates. I'm not from here. Give me some grace. Give me some grace.
The Defender should have like rear firing guns on it.
Oh, wouldn't that be? It's funny that you say that. I've always thought rear firing guns or front, like pellet or like small BBs to come out your front when people run. You see somebody running a red light, you're like,
instead of honking, you get to spray their car with
spray
BBs.
their car.
That way. Oh, but that way, if you see a car with a bunch of strafe lines on it, you're like, habitual offender.
Yeah.
When you honk at somebody, there's no residue. There's nothing left. There's no way for us to know that asshole's on the road. Travis, load up the BB. But it's got to be guy. What you just described there, though. It's not a BB gun. You just described a BB machine gun.
Yeah, fully automatic.
Here's what you need.
150 BBs per second.
What you need is the spin burst.
Okay? That's right.
You need the spin burst freedom. Now a fireworks farm. You get a couple of those. You refab that bad boy to fire BBs at a rapid pace. Pace. 580. Be amazing.
So then we get on the interstate. We're making, I swear to God, at Winterset, from Van Meter to Winterset, both ways, has been under construction for the last 6 years. I'm like, are you ever going to finish this? Can we just stop the construction here or get it done, speed it along, pay overtime, do something? But for the last 6 years that's been under construction. Get past Winterset, making good time. All of a sudden we get to Stewart. Owen, hey, Dad? Yeah. I got to pee. I'm like, because I've had to pee since we were in the middle of nowhere at Grand Prairie Parkway.
Right. And I didn't want to say a
why
thing.
didn't you tell me? I would have just, if nobody was on the road, you could have just hopped out.
I didn't want to say a thing because I could see you were driving with a purpose.
And Irish Hawkeye says, you went to Winterset. I'm talking about the Winterset exit.
Okay,
yeah, talking about the exit.
Yeah. I think it means I knew what you meant by that, the exit.
So, yeah, we stopped, went to the Casey's at in Stewart. I said, well, we might as well get gas. That was another. And then Owen's like, well, I got to pee. And then Lizzie's like, well, let's get something to eat. I'm like, well, I don't want anything to eat. But that turned into like a 10-minute stop. So that slowed me down even more. 1:32, I walked in the house. Probably fell asleep about 2.
Did you still wake up at like 4?
4 a.m., the alarm went off.
What are you doing?
4 a.m. I just laid there for a little bit going,
Listen, now the guy, now, all the other people aren't working. I could have reached out to Sean. I could have reached out to
you know me. Because I would have woke up at like 4:30 going, what am I doing? I can't sleep. I'm a gamer. I like to think I'm a gamer.
You showed up this morning. I really did, because we didn't get to talk a lot before, and when we did talk, we talked about Barbra Streisand.
That's right. The way we were. Yeah, we were singing Barbra Streisand.
What was the song we were singing? We made up one. We made
up one. I forget what that was, and I go, that sounds like a Neil Diamond song. And then we got into Barbra Streisand, and I said, the only Barbra Streisand song I know is a duet with Neil Diamond called "You Don't Bring Me Flowers."
It wasn't. It wasn't hot for me, cold for me. It was cold for you. What were we singing? We made our own Barbra Streisand song before we came on the air. It was a lot of fun. You can play it at home. Here's how you play the game. Do you know a Barbra Streisand song? That's the first question you got to ask yourself. Do you know a Barbra Streisand song? Travis went to a Tyler Childers concert last night, and a lot of people might not know who Tyler Childers is. And then they'd say, well, I've never heard a Tyler Childers song. You go, oh, yeah, you have. That's the type of stuff you do with somebody you've never heard of. Barbra Streisand is one of the most famous people on the planet. She is the highest selling, what did I tell you? Remember, Trav, we were reading
female recording artist of all time. And we were
She's
like,
the highest sell. I can't name a song that's not a Neil Diamond song. And then we pulled it up, and you can sing all of her songs the same way Travis just did. What did you just sing?
The way
Let's watch. Here's how we did it. The way okay, now watch. Travis, how does People go?
People, I don't know.
Oh, okay, but same thing. Why did I choose go?
Why did I choose you? It's just, they all sound the same.
They're all the same. How did she become
Funny Girl, I think, was her break. She was, she had that rare talent of being an actress, and she had and a singer. So I think Funny Girl might have launched her. Wasn't she? No, that was Jane. Wasn't Jane? Was Jane Fonda in Barefoot in the Park with Robert Redford? I think that was Jane Fonda. But yeah, so we were humming makeup Barbra Streisand songs.
Yeah, Jane Fonda was in Barefoot in the Park with who'd you say, Robert Redford?
Yeah.
Good looking couple there.
Now, the concert last night was tremendous. If you've never heard of Tyler Childers, I'm sorry. And his music may not be for everybody. And I know music is subjective. So I'm not going to say you have to like his songs or his genre, right? But Ross, I'm going to go on record, and I bet I've seen over 100 concerts in my life. In my mind, even if I didn't know the Tyler Childers songs, Tyler Childers is in my top 2 or 3 of best live performing singers I've ever seen.
No kidding?
Absolutely. He nails it every single song. I go to Anjanette in the middle of the concert and go, he's so good live. She goes, watch him. And because the screens are there, he's concentrating. The music's not louder than him. You hear him, and he almost nails everything exactly like it's on the album. And you're like, how's he doing this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just absolutely perfect.
That's a cool feeling, man. That's a cool feeling when you don't. Wow, Travis. Okay, so you have surprised me in the past. When I knew you for a few years, all of a sudden one day you're like, hey, can I tell you one of my guilty pleasures? I don't know all the dude's songs, but Kid Rock puts on one hell of a show. I don't like all of his music. It's not necessarily for me. Just the entertainment of being at a Kid Rock show is fun. And I was like, Kid Rock? And then one day you came and you're like, hey, no judging. No judging. I just saw one of the best live shows I've ever seen.
Let me guess what I think you're going to say.
Yep.
Pink.
Yeah. You're like, Pink is an incredible performer. I've seen hundreds of shows. This lady's different. She's fantastic. I think that's only the third time I've actually heard you like go out of your way to go, hey, by the way, top 5 thing. You're not a bloviator.
I would say this, of top 5 or top 2 live singers, I'm going to put Pink number 1 because Pink is incredibly good singer, but she's also a performer. Beyond.
Yeah, that's what you remember you telling me that. Like, it's a show.
It's a show, but her voice is tremendous during the whole thing. Tyler Childers is number 2. He's not a performer. Now, he's a storyteller, but he's not. He went out to a little mini stage that was in the round, and he's like, I wanted to zip line out here. He's kind of making fun of. He goes, but that drove up production costs. So just imagine that I zip lined out here dressed as a T-Rex.
Yeah, that's great. That's fun to make fun of yourself in that way.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask, it doesn't seem like he's much of a, obviously not dancer. He's not going to come out and do the, when I go see Benson Boone, he's going to be flipping off of pianos. That ain't Tyler Childers.
No, he has a chair where he sat down when he's telling stories. He sat down like he's a grandpa and just held the microphone and told stories like this. I mean, that's what he's doing. In a Kentucky accent.
It's one of your favorite things, Travis. That's authentic.
100%. Yeah. You never go, oh, he's faking it.
Yeah.
But again, Tyler Childers may not be for everybody, but you have to appreciate the vocal talent that it is. You're like, oh man, this
when you
really,
said
really
he put on a great show, I guess what I had in my head, because I have 2 examples. You kind of took a veer on me there by saying it was about his voice. Because I remember seeing the Zach Brown band, and again, these aren't athletic guys; they can't do Sean Johnson gymnastics. But they put on a show, dude. Like the Zach Brown band is jumping around the stage. It's just good old country boys in blue jeans and pearl snaps, and they're sliding around the stage, shredding on their guitars. You're like, these guys are having fun. You feel it. Michael Bublé. I saw somebody put that in the comment section earlier. Bublé was one that Connolly called me, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing? I want you to come down and watch Bublé." I was like, "Yay!" He's like, "Come down. I'm telling you, this guy puts on a show." And I went down there, and I was like, "I'm a huge Bublé, blown away." He put on, but his was like, again, he's not doing the flashy, dancy Bette Midler show. His was like, first of all, very funny, extremely funny guy. His was more like a, I can't even really describe it, man. It was like watching a Dean Martin variety show or something. Not that he had other people out there, but it was complex. He walked around, he told funny stories. He, didn't dance much, but
almost an authentic crooner
with the crowd. And yes, yeah, right. And what a good way to put it. How about another one, dude? Coldplay.
I've seen Coldplay.
Coldplay, they put on a production. Like, I remember them dropping like great big bubbles from the top of the building, and it was just fun show.
That was during Yellow, because they dropped yellow balls. It was all yellow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Beck is a musical genius. You might not like it, but Beck did one of the coolest things I ever saw, which was for his encore. He walked back out on stage with a cassette recorder. Little tiny, remember the old-fashioned 70s cassette recorders had the handle on the top? You remember the Travis had one? He came out and set that down on the stage next to him and hit play and put a microphone next to the speaker. And then this like 30-minute tape played of sounds and music, and he played along with it. And
really?
Again, it just a really interesting. Yeah, it was really interesting. Beck was probably the most like artistic show I ever saw. There's some weird stuff that happened in that show. I mean, I
think just the reminder is how many just talented people are out there.
It was a performance enhancement. Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought the validation was I was sitting. Chris was with me towards the end of the show, and he got a text. He goes, "Hey, I got to show you this." I go, "It's from one of his best friends." He goes, "One of my best friends is here tonight. First time he's ever seen him." And he goes, and the text said, "Hey, can you get me a copy of the set list? This is undoubtedly one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life." And I thought,
that's cool. That's a ringing endorsement.
There's 14,000 people there last night. 14,000.
Kind of sad. I'm not familiar with his. I know who he is. I know what he sounds like. I don't know any of his songs. I would have loved to have been there. I wish I couldn't have. It's not like I'm.
Well, you know who's tonight at the Casey Center. And there were people walking out last night talking to the old people who are at the door. The old people like mark your hand and stuff. Like, we'll see you tomorrow night. See you tomorrow night.
Who's tomorrow? Who's tonight?
Lil Wayne.
That's tonight?
That's tonight.
Tyler Childers and Lil Wayne, and people were like, see you tomorrow. Double dipping.
It's like, I bet you're not dressed like that tomorrow night.
Yeah. Wow, you have cowboy boots and Adidas. Wow.
Chris was like, I'm going to be here till 1 a.m. I go, why? He goes, the opener will be fine, but Lil Wayne just he comes on when he wants to come on.
I was going to say two things. Number one, is that a problem that Lil Wayne definitely runs by his own clock all the time? You're on Lil Wayne time. How much problem do you think they have with weed in the building tomorrow? Is that something that's
tonight? Tonight, you mean?
Or tonight? I'm sorry. Tonight. Yeah. How much is that?
Do you just bring the vape pen? Don't you just bring the vape pen?
I guess now everybody's got the vape pen.
There's no reason to spark up anymore. You've got a vape pen. Don't spark up. Or is there a difference? Reverend Ray, is there a difference between sparking up and the vape pen?
There's definitely a difference.
I don't know because I don't run in those circles.
But there's a difference, and yeah, I'm kind of with Alan. I think
there's always a reason, Travis. There's always a reason.
Of I only drink on days that end in Y.
Now, Rev, nope, no difference. But Rev, you're immune. Okay,
is that what he was? Is that what he was saying? Was Rev saying nope to that? Are you sure about that? You're sure about that? You're sure about that?
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Rev, call in and educate the man if you can, because I would think that tonight at Lil Wayne, people are gonna be sparking.
I don't know if I can tell this story or not, but I'm going to.
Fire away.
Ask for forgiveness and not permission.
Yeah.
Because
wait, ask for forgiveness, not permission. Are you going to throw somebody under a bus here?
Chris was just telling me a story last night about the last time Lil Wayne was in Des Moines. And, I mentioned he goes on late. And he got a call at 6 o'clock and said, hey, just let you know, Lil Wayne's still on the West Coast. Well, so it was 6, but hop on a G5. You're going to give me a G5? Is a Tropic Thunder reference.
You want me to forget about my friend for an airplane? No. For a G5. Rev got kicked out of Bone Thugs for a weed vape? What? I thought this was America.
You were there, weren't you?
You can't even go to a Bone Thugs bug. You can't even go to a Bone Thugs and Harmony concert in 2026 with a weed vape anymore. We're losing our way, folks. We're losing our way.
Losing our way. I think the show's tonight. I think it's either tonight or tomorrow. I thought everybody was saying I'll see you tomorrow night when they were walking out.
Oh, you asked about if I was at Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was at Bone Thugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was with Bill Blank.
You were with Ray too.
We ran into Ray. We hung out with Ray. We hung out with Ray. Yeah. Yeah. We went out on the party patio with Ray. Remember me telling you the story about meeting the lady out on the patio that night? Oh, I told you this story just like a week ago.
Yeah, I remember vaguely.
The lady,
I remember.
She looked like she was 93 years old. And her and Ray are having a conversation. I assume she's out there with like her granddaughter. And they could start talking about music. And, and Ray's like, yeah, I saw Rat or whatever it was. And the lady's like, I saw Rat too. Yeah, my senior year of high school in 1986. And I like, my jaw went, what?
Now, it's like Beetlejuice. You say it 3 times, and he's going to call at 515-517-2303. Ray, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? Nice to hear a conversation about the show last night and about your trip home, Travis. I figured maybe you gummied up for the show or not.
No, didn't gummy up.
Ray, will people people will be burning the flower at the Lil Wayne tonight, right?
I'm sure they will. Like you said, the vape is your hero's cape. But it cuts down on the smell a little bit. But going back to that, Ross, and the Bone Thugs concert, remember how we got shook down when we were smoking a joint outside by the guy and told us to put it out?
Yeah.
And then later in the Bone Thug show, I'm sitting there at the handicapped area where it's like not too far from the rail, by the stage.
Yeah.
So, so I go out there in the crowd, I got my vape pen, I'm getting down and everything. And first of the month comes up. That's the ultimate weed smoking song. And I'm up by the rail hitting my vape pen. And who's standing across the other side of the rail? That same guy that took us down outside and told us to put our weed out. I'm hitting my vape pen, and he goes, yeah, let me see that and smell that, whatever. It doesn't smell like, tobacco vape or whatever. And I was like, and it was like this disposable THC vape I had, and it was almost empty, and I just dropped it in my hand. I was like, I don't have it anymore. I was like,
I don't know what you're talking about. Ray dropped it and said, I didn't even mind.
Yeah, and then he kicked me out. And I was doing Facebook Live at the time. I got it all on tape. But, I
was doing Facebook Live at the time. I got it all on tape. I love this.
You never disappoint, Ray. You never disappoint.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Central City drawing today because I got 2 entries in the can today because I got in on the Rev Green Rush Radio Special, bought some THC drinks last week. I had my glam squad with me, my ex-wife and my sister-in-law from Arizona, and my Chihuahua. Made a little video. I don't know if you saw that.
Hold on. One of those women. Hold on. One of those women in your video was your ex-wife?
Yeah.
I never. Wow.
And my sister.
And your sister.
And my sister-in-law, and from Arizona, and then my Chihuahua.
Which one had the walker? Is that your sister-in-law or is that your ex-wife?
That's my ex. No, that's my, she just had hip surgery last week.
Okay.
Yeah, she had hip surgery last Friday, and she's on the walk. She's a trooper on that. I said, I got to bring my glam squad to the Central City Liquors, and it was a great time. Brian was at the store at the warehouse or whatever, but I had a good conversation with the workers there, and it was a good time.
This is why I got up this morning.
I'm hopeful.
I know. It's so bad.
All right, Ray, we're gonna let you go, brother.
Yeah, I'm not too much with 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, but I'll
2
be down with Afro Man October 1st at Baylor.
All right, brother.
Afro Man, October 21st at Valer. Ray, do you think you could get Afro Man on the show for us?
He hung up.
Okay.
But Ray,
just,
if you can get Afro Man, man,
he calls it his glam squad. Who's your glam squad? It's my ex-wife.
Your ex-wife is hanging out with you.
And ex-sister-in-law then, right? I mean,
yeah.
Good for them for having that. But when you watch the video...
Ray, she's still giving you some? I'm just curious. She's still giving you some?
Shit, I remember that. I know that from watching the video. She's still giving him hell.
Don't videotape me! Don't videotape me!
Ross, this is why on 2 hours sleep, I got up this morning. This is why I got up.
Everything about that call. I'm out there on the dance floor trying to get down, but he also says, I had my cane with me. Ray's at the Bone Thugs and Harmony concert with his cane, getting down, just trying to enjoy a little medicine, trying to get a little health into his body up there up by the stage. God forbid the security guard allow a guy to get medicine into his body.
Ray says he can get Afro Man on with us. I should talk to Chris Conley, who's listening, by the way. Chris, if we can get somebody on from Dude Perfect, because Dude Perfect is coming, I think, next week.
Dude, I saw one of the things that they're doing on this current show they're doing, which is like it's like a Rocket League type of thing. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Those guys are, yeah.
So, Chris, help us get somebody from Dude Perfect. That'd be fun. That was a fast half hour. We're ready to go. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
When I'm meeting a new patient, I want them to feel comfortable knowing that odds are I've seen something like this before.
From the moment a patient steps into the room to the moment the patient leaves the office, I think they're going to get a great experience.
I think it feels good coming in and feeling like it's a community here and you get to be a part of that community and get to be taken care of by that community.
My goal is when they walk out of there to know that I'm fighting for them, I'm pulling for them.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Prosnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat, Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars, and I'm here to tell you that if you haven't looked at a Volvo in a while, you're in for something amazing. We have cars with 455 horsepower, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 22-inch wheels, and a ride that would blow your mind. And with 1.99% financing up to 72 months, we'll be able to find the vehicle that you're looking for in your budget. Or call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. Stop on down to the showroom, take a ride. You'll be glad you did.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
I hope you're stretched, hydrated, and prepared for more nonsense, because The Rush with Travis and Ross, presented by Willis Automotive, is back now.
If you are in the market for a new home, or if you're going to be building a home, Gary Presnell is the man to call. He's a mortgage banker with Northwest Bank, financing residential homes the past 25 years. Gary offers VA, FHA, IFA first-time buyer loans, and conventional new construction loans, and all approvals are done locally by Northwest Bank. Gary can get your loan pre-approved in 30 minutes, and it can happen after hours during the week or even on the weekends. Gary's been the state of Iowa's top producing mortgage banker the past 7 years. Make that 8 years. Check that. Change your copy, Travis. You want a trusted local mortgage professional with years of experience to handle your largest purchase you're going to make. You can trust Gary to take care of you. Give him a call today at 515-975-6767. Coming up in about an hour, Brian Duax from Central City Liquor is going to be joining us with the Rush Radio Show, Central City Liquor's Deal of the Week. I believe we're going to be... you're muted there, buddy. What's that?
Damn it. That ruined my joke, because I was going to pop in and go, hey, Trav, you're muted.
Oh, I try now to get in a habit of looking down to make sure we're covered there. Yeah, that's fair. But looking forward to hear from Brian. We'll talk a little bit with Brian about the World Cup game yesterday, too. So we'll probably save the World Cup conversation for Brian. But I want to talk college football right now. We're getting closer and closer to the college football season. And, Ross, when we hear the scheduling of these, especially Power 4 schools, what's the most important thing to them, right? It's when it comes to scheduling.
Stacking wins.
Well, stacking wins, but they want those home games. When it comes to non-conference.
Yeah.
And depending on where you're at, a home game, they say, can mean $1 million, maybe more in revenue for one home game. That's why when you sit there and go, well, why are we playing Illinois State or Northern Illinois? Well, it's instead of playing a home and home with somebody. Well, you don't want to give up that home game because it means revenue. Keep an eye on what is happening on September 5th. That is the Aflac kickoff game in Atlanta. Now, this came up a couple months ago when they announced the game, but I'm going to give you some numbers that I think will be intriguing. And that is Auburn's going to play Baylor in what is now considered a neutral site game. And you remember, Ross, there was going to be NIL funds attached to this.
Yeah.
Okay? It was announced yesterday that Auburn players, because this is an Auburn home game, this is all orchestrated by Auburn. Baylor only got 3,000 tickets. The rest of the tickets went to Auburn. They were part of the season ticket package. It was announced yesterday that Auburn will be able to split with up to 24 players. So 24 players have been designated. They don't have to go to the 24. They can keep it at 18. $6 million between 24 up to 24 players. So if they go to the 24, that's $250,000 per player if you split it evenly. That's a lot of money.
24 of the guys on the roster are going to get could. Might be 22. Maybe they put it to the starters. I guess 24 would include like what your kicker and long. I don't know. I mean, Kluver's screaming, long snapper.
Give the guy who needs the money the money.
That yeah. Amen. Oh, we're talking football. Wow, Travis.
Now, what has to happen? The selected players have to do promotional stuff. So they got to do social media posts. They have to do interviews. They have to do all this stuff for the Aflac kickoff game
and this is just the Auburn players, like you say. This is not okay.
Baylor players get nothing out of this.
I didn't know that part of it either. I thought both sides were getting.
No, this is all for Auburn.
Wow. Good deal for Auburn. Good deal for the Auburn players. Good deal for those 22, 24, 18, 16, 12. I mean, Travis, think about that. You go down to 12 guys, you give each one of $500,000.
100%. Now, there's a couple things here. I say keep an eye on this because will you have a more influx of teams going, hey, I want a neutral site game? The truth is there's probably only a number of corporate sponsors that could put on a game like this and actually drive that kind of. And so if on opening week you had all these neutral site games, you've devalued what a kickoff game is. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you have. All right, Travis. What if this is part of an evolution? Well, and then let me work on a premise that is that the bowls are going to go away. That we all eventually realize the expansion of the playoff. That the bowls are silly. I've been saying it for a long time. I think a lot of people are coming. They're an absolute exhibition and silly. But we love them. We love them. We love them. So right now, what's happening is I think the first stair step that is in my brain is this thing that we're talking about here starts to grow, where these sponsors take that late season buy, say we're going to have the Tostitos, whatever. We're going to have corporate sponsored bowl game. And now they've said, wait, we can have corporate sponsored regular season game. Let's put it at the beginning of the season. We'll call it a kickoff classic. And I think this thing's going to grow. This idea is going to grow. And then I think, Travis, what if, as that bowl season dies that we all love so much, where because what I think we all want are late season matchups when that's the idea of the bowls is awesome. That two good teams that have earned their way into some sort of postseason reward that are closely matched up with each other are going to go on and put on, and then we all get to watch really good football. It hasn't been that for a decade.
Here's what I like about your idea. And what I think I hear you saying is take those bowl games, move them to the front of the season. And why does that add more value? Because if it's the first week, what are we clamoring for? And we're ready for college football, right?
And yes. But what if 20 years down the road, if I offered you this option, and maybe we even say, or Travis, I give you the magic wand, what if we could do this? Again, let's accept the premise that the bowls are dying. Let's accept the premise that these early season corporate sponsored games are going to start to grow. Let's also realize we really want late season games. What if they start to put these corporate sponsored games at the end of the regular season? Is that something like they announce at the beginning of the year, and it could even be conference games. It could even be conference games.
Well,
the Iron Bowl is going to be sponsored by Progressive, and it's on this date in November.
I think the key here, Ross, remember, because basketball is going through this now, right? It's got to be neutral site.
That's right. And it's got to be non-conference because the conference owns all the rights to that stuff.
Yes.
And so you'd have to change all the conference schedules to allow for those non-conference because it has to be non-conference.
It has to be non-conference, has to be neutral site.
Has to be neutral site too. It can't. They can't.
Yeah, because
so like Maury couldn't rent out Carver Hawkeye Arena.
No, he would have to do it at Casey Center.
Okay.
Because what happens is, we talked about that with Duke doing its own little thing with Amazon. Well, when you play on a neutral site, the conference doesn't control the TV rights.
Yeah.
There's a lot of convoluted shit here, right? I mean, it's
a lot of contracts.
A lot of contracts.
A lot of people that come in. Again, We've talked about this with like politics and stuff. Everybody wants to come in and put their little finger on the scene, right? And go, hey, I left my mark.
It's funny that you say that because representatives from the Big Ten institutions reached out to Congress yesterday to give their input on the Save College Sports Act. The SEC has already weighed in. You have the ACC now trying to influence what the final bill will look like. Everybody, you're right. Everybody wants to put their thumb on it. Back to this Auburn-Baylor game that I find intriguing. The $6 million, Ross, they make this announcement yesterday, which I thought was pretty bold. They're being pretty transparent. They're saying, hey, it's up to 24 players. Still has to go through NIL Go. So if you're NIL Go, and let's say you narrowed it down and cut it in half, and these guys get $500,000. Can you prove $500,000 worth of work?
Value happened for a game like this? And in that case, Travis, probably going to be easier to justify $250,000 for 24 guys. Throw them in a couple commercials, have them do a few appearances.
My second question to you on this would be this. Let's just stick with the number 24. What does that do for locker room morale?
I saw somebody say that. As soon as you said it, somebody in the chat was like, what's this do for team chemistry? And I don't know the answer to that. I really don't, because when it first started out that we were going to start paying the players, people were saying that, oh man, you're going to destroy locker rooms if the quarterback's making a couple $1 million. I'm like, no, I don't think you're going to, because not all the athletes get treated the same right now. Kluver would tell you. Kluver would tell us this.
In the pro ranks, you know that Patrick Mahomes is making more than some.
Right.
Yeah.
Kluver will tell us on Friday, I guarantee you. Did certain athletes get treated differently? And then
Yes.
do they try to put on a face of everybody's on the same, everybody's got to be on time to meetings. So there are rules. Does everybody get treated the same? Did Kirk? No. Did Kirk?
Do your
Ferentz
kids
know?
get treated the same?
No, not all the time. Not all the time. Especially poor Eli, because I treat Audrey like a princess. Anyway, I think that I don't know what it's going to do to locker room morale. I do think that 24, the coach that's got to come up with that, or whoever it is that's got to decide where that line is drawn, that's really hard.
But I have the speech you give to the other players. You say, gentlemen, here's the deal. We are in a competitive environment. You know that the cap is $20.5 million. This is all above cap money. Because we designated these 24 with the 250, we were allowed to take some of that cap money and give to you. They were going to get, it's either the 250 comes out of the cap and you get nothing or very little, or we're able to give you more because we're able to take the 250,000. That's what I would. That'd be my selling point. Saying no.
Yeah,
They're not getting treated differently. They may be making a little bit more money, but we're able to pay them to be on this team and also pay you because we knew this money was coming in.
Yeah, again, depends on all the language of those contracts and contracts. Depends on what they made those agreements. Do you have Brad Heinrichs on the other side of those deals that are going to be men of their word and cut their own check if things go that way? But I get what you're saying there. I like that pitch of this is money in the pot, boys. Yeah, we have to give them a list of 24 names. You know how many of you are actually getting paid? I think that's the way that goes. And this makes it easier for us to pay all of you what we need to pay you.
So that'll be interesting. I was thinking about this on the way home last night because I had plenty of windshield time to do so. But I thought, I like your idea. The only way this can become viable in a large scale way would be to move those bowl games to the front end of the season.
Yeah.
Whether you call them bowl games or not.
Right.
Let's say the playoff goes to 24 teams. The bowl games become even more irrelevant because you're going to start that playoff.
Dude, Iowa State didn't play in theirs. the jig is up. It's over. Let's we're gonna watch this thing die a slow death over the next decade. And my gut says that it goes. Now, here's the bad news with that. Talk about the rich get richer, which is an argument I've fought against a lot on this NIL thing. This will be an example of the rich get richer because it's going to be the exact same teams. It's going to be double dipping. Aflac doesn't want to pay to have Tennessee Tech. Now, will Aflac pay to have Iowa play Iowa State?
No.
Not Aflac. Well, Hy-Vee. Isn't that kind of
Iowa Corn?
Isn't that kind of what we've been doing? Oh, there's a peek between the curtain a little. So, yeah, corporate sponsors giving money to universities to slap their name on a non-conference football game. Who would have ever thought that could happen? Welcome to the Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk Series, baby.
Live from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Because we got to play this so we can pay the players.
Yeah. That's so we can pay the players. But Travis, they won't do that.
No.
Nope.
But you know what's happening right now? Is somebody's lining up going, how do I get in this Aflac kickoff game next year? Because Aflac in that kickoff game is probably not going to want to have Auburn again. But they may go, if they're going to play in Atlanta. Yeah.
If I'm Texas, I'm reaching out to Progressive right now. I'll be like, hey, you want to do this thing? What's up?
You were one of the first early proponents of paying players. Hindsight's always 2020. Always 2020. And I know you say things are going to work out
Yeah.
Where we're at right now, would you still agree with that?
I would. I really would. In fact, things would have to get a lot worse before I would say no. Before I would say go back to that old way. I still think that, again, I think there's a lot of people that are still kind of brainwashed, and I keep waiting for people to kind of like wake up out of it, where we're still convinced that there's some sort of loyalty. We still attach ourselves to these, to like Matt Campbell leaving to me is a great example. I don't blame Matt Campbell for leaving. I don't, you had an opportunity, a great opportunity, take it and go. And then all the kids that go with him. But what it is it should show everybody what it really is. It's a business. He didn't choose Ames because he loved Ames and the gravity felt right and he wanted to be. He chose Ames because it was the best contract opportunity that he had at that time.
He probably stayed longer because he liked Ames, because he could have left.
I would say he stayed longer because he saw that it was a great place for his career to get to where he wanted it to go. But pretty obvious that his career, his idea was not, man, I really want to set my roots down in Ames, Iowa. All the players that left. So I just keep waiting for people to get out of this thing of like, some kid commits to my school and shows up, puts a Twitter thing up, and damn it, no, I love the guy. He's my guy. It's
for
sports. Now. For now. He's going to wear your uniform for a little bit. He's going to wear your laundry. He's going to be a visitor in your home. You're going to do some of his laundry, and then he'll be gone. And when he leaves, depending on how he leaves, you might hate him. If I would have told you 2 years ago that there would be fans that not only didn't like Audie Crooks, but like saw her as some sort of villain, or you'd thought I was crazy. How quickly times change. It doesn't mean enjoy. It doesn't
Bill
mean
Fenley
you don't
said
enjoy
on this
the
show, Audie's making more at Oklahoma State than his entire NIL budget. Think about that. I mean, Bill Fenley said it on this show. Audie Crooks is making more money than his entire NIL budget. Yeah.
Berger says, okay, Ross, it's a business. Can you explain to me what the business model is? Well, yeah, Berger, for decades, it was actually built on an illegal model. which was a collusion of competing businesses. So the business model was built on the idea that if you could fix the price of your incoming labor, meaning athletes coming in, if you could basically say, hey, we're going to give these kids scholarships, give them a free education, and we'll dabble in some free little goodies to them. And we'll all agree that this is what we're going to do. That was the collusion. That's why but the business model is get your money by providing you an entertainment. That to extract money from you in different ways, whether that's through clothing items, television contracts, ticket prices, parking, concessions,
suites,
whatever it is. The idea is that they're going to provide you an entertainment for your dollars. That's the business model. And again, at no point in time did I mention school.
I'll kind of go in a little bit deeper because I know what he's getting at. The business model it's different for every school. Some are going to have enough cash flow to keep it going. The other one is, I don't have a business plan, but I'm going to keep on taking on debt and hope that the payoff comes 4, 5, 6 years down the line. And it is, well, the business model is survive, and the other one is conquer, right? I mean, that's kind of what we're seeing here. Big 12, ACC trying to survive.
And
Big
even
10
some of them
SEC.
in that, of them in that are coming back and going, hey, we're running a huge deficit.
Washington is running a huge deficit. Negative cash flow of $16 million.
Yeah, I was going to say 15. Is it $16 million a year? How do you make up $16 million a year? Volume.
And hopefully that, you're a state institution, it just kind of gets swept away. And by the way, that is projections. They're supposed to be negative till at least 2030. So 16 this year, could be 10 next year, could be 10 after that. You could be, you could be $100 million in the hole before you even know it. So as an actual business, there's no real business model. It's figuring it out on a day-to-day basis. That's the hard part. Some schools will survive. Some will struggle. (515-517-2303). That is the number to call. We're going to go from college football to college basketball when we come back. Plus, Brian Duax joining us at 7:30. Good to have you on.
I forget it's Thursday. Duax is on with us. Somebody asked about Bruno earlier. I was texting with Bruno the other day about some fishing stuff. We got our trip coming up in a few months.
He was at Tyler Childers last night.
Oh, was he? Did you run into him?
I didn't see him. He was across the way in the Atlantic Coca-Cola bottling suite.
Nice.
Love ourselves some Atlantic Coca-Cola bottling. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job-ionaire. A front row tickets to every show-yonaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie-yonaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles-yonaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Land Rover Des Moines. Summer's here, and we have the perfect cure for summer boredom. The 2026 Range Rover Sport Dynamic with 1.9% financing available is the perfect cure for your boring car or your summer boredom. So stop on down and take it for a ride so you can see what I mean, or call, click, or visit us at LandRoverDesMoines.com or stop out at the showroom. You'll be glad you did.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
For people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or a new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, is back because apparently Travis and Ross have even more to say.
Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. You know, Willis Automotive is hiring sales and leasing consultants across all their brands. At Willis, you have a unique opportunity to cross-sell across a wide lineup. If you're looking to grow your career and work with multiple brands, this is your chance. Check them out at willisauto.com. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watching on YouTube, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like this video. Start leaving your comments in the comment section. And, of course, you can call the show at 515-517-2303 and follow us on our social media channels. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. We're here till 8 o'clock today. And Brian Duax will be hopping on with us around 7:30. Before we get into the college basketball conversation I want to have, Alan asked a pretty good question, and that is, what school is the first to go from Power 4 spot to a G5 or an FCS? Alan, Ross, I'll let you think about it. I'll give my answer because I had time to think about this. I don't think any Power 4 school will take a step down.
Be hard to give up on that money.
And here's what I would do. You want to talk about a business plan. Let's say you're one of these struggling schools that you're not quite in the mix, right? I think you have to go to your fan base and say, hey, here's the deal. You don't want us to ask you for more money to pay for all this. I understand that. Let's say it's let's use Purdue out of the Big Ten, right? Now it'd be hard because let's use Rutgers. Let's use Rutgers because Rutgers is okay at basketball. It's not very good at football. If I'm Rutgers, you're already in a deficit anyway. I think they're $50 million in the hole. You say, hey, fan base, I need you to be patient with our coaches, and I need you to be patient as a fan. We're going to take the next 5 to 6 years to suck. And what I mean by that is We're going to operate as if we were a normal athletic department. And all that TV money, so you're not going to try to go, you're going to go to the cap, which is $20.5 million. You're not going to try to go above the cap. And you just take that TV money and you start banking.
Yeah.
And then
we're going to suck for a while.
We're going to suck for a while.
We're going to be the bad news bears.
Yes.
It's
going to hurt.
We're going to try to win. Well, we can't put the resources into.
Yes. But you start banking and let that compound. And then 5-6 years down the road, you have a nest egg built up, and then you go, okay, let it go. Is that a crazy thought?
No. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't answer the question, but it kind of subverts the question by saying, hey, I don't think any of them are going to do that. I just did some Googling and let AI fill in some holes for me, and sometimes not so bad. Okay. The very first thing it says is with the revenue sharing and private school dilemma, 2 options could be Vanderbilt and Wake Forest. Very small undergraduate student bodies rely heavily on television payouts. Obviously, Vanderbilt, SEC, Wake Forest, ACC. So back to your conversation about giving up on the money, that changes that conversation a lot. Does Vanderbilt need it? Does Vanderbilt need right? That goes back to that thing of how important are the athletic departments in these presidents?
Well, let's use Vanderbilt as an example.
Okay.
Since NIL became legal, what school has competed?
Great point.
Vanderbilt.
Because
they played by the rules.
By the rules, baby. Yes. Nailing
and then you
it.
say, oh, we don't have to play by the rule, or we don't have to follow those rules. We can go to work here.
Oh, you guys move the goalpost? We have a kicker that can kick the ball 700 yards. We didn't know you could do that. We didn't know you could kick the ball 700 yards. So Vanderbilt and Wake, and I do think you're right that Vandy, with the money thing there, and with great example of the success, and they kind of looked the other way on some of these things.
I think another example of played by the rules. Now they were good. Look at BYU. BYU says, "Oh, you're going to let us spend money?
Right.
We've got a Brinks truck lined up, brother."
Oh, are we going to bring money to the party? I didn't know we could bring money to the party.
Joseph Smith left us a stash.
Look in that little hat. You won't believe how much cash was in there.
We got it tucked in the magic underwear.
What about Wake? Not quite Vanderbilt, but also not making that noise competitively, not making the big SEC dollars, ACC money that they're locked into for a long time.
Look where they're located. What would a fan base not accept in the state of North Carolina? Wake not playing with Duke, North Carolina State.
Are they on that level, dude?
No, but I think ego gets in your way, and you want to say, hey, we're at least playing these teams. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying.
Okay. I'll defer to you on that. You're right. There's ego, and there is. I think that your first point was absolutely right. None of them are going to give up on the money. Even the ACC money, which is laughable in the context of these other things, is enough money for the universities to look around and go, do we want 10 million or not? Would you rather have 10 million or zero, or close to zero, or negotiate our own thing, or try to figure this out, or drop down? That's a really good point. What does that? How does that impact probably an already declining admissions? Because most universities are seeing declining admissions, so safe to assume they're one of them. How about this? This is the number 2 point that the old Google machine popped out at me, and I love it. Number 2, the academic versus athletic identity crisis. Several highly prestigious academic institutions in the Power Four may eventually decide that the skyrocketing cost of competing in elite football no longer aligns with their institutional missions. And the 3 examples they give are Stanford, Northwestern, and Cal.
I mean, technically, if you ask me, Cal is already in a group of 5. The Pac-12 is true. Not.
Okay. That's a good point. Good point. Good point.
515-517.
Stanford or Northwestern. Could you see either one of them coming?
No, Northwestern just built a brand new stadium, and they got the right. They're not. They're there to compete. That stadium's beautiful, beautiful. Let's go down to Dallas, Texas. That's where Moose is. Moose, what's going on, brother?
So you're talking about schools who not taking a lot of money or spending a lot of money. Let's look at SMU and what they did with the ACC. They went into the ACC and did not take TV money for 9 years, yet they've got a ton of it.
He's not wrong. Remember, they forego any payments out of the television contract just to be in a league that is considered a Power 4, and they're competing because they're competing. You don't hear SMU going, "We're poor, we're poor." That's Texas oil money.
A lot of oil money in that school.
Wow.
That's a good call, Moose.
That's a good point, Moose.
Hey, by the way, people clarifying, I'm glad they did because I forgot about this.
Oh, they are in the ACC.
California.
Thank you. I totally forgot that.
Stanford are ACC also.
Totally forgot about that. I knew. Isn't that funny? I remembered Stanford was. I forgot Cal. They're like the bastard child. You're like, you just forget about them. So.
They're the Rutgers of the ACC.
They are. They are. And they're still getting paid by UCLA because of UCLA. UCLA has got to give some of its money to Cal because it screwed the sister or the flagship. Crazy. Thank you for the correction. It is weird to think.
My brain.
Hey, see you, Moose. Drive safe to work, brother.
Because we're logical. Here's why. It's impossible.
Way to spin it. Way to spin it.
It's impossible for our brains to just accept the fact that Cal, that occupies 50% of the Pacific coast, is in the Atlantic Coast Conference. It's not your fault. You're not the crazy one. Okay? You're not the crazy one.
And yes, I do know that it's Washington State and Oregon State in the Pac-12. Those are the two that got left out of the party. Oregon State and
you
Washington
said it, Travis.
State.
You said, well, man, remember, Cal's in the Pac-12. I was like, all right, yeah, that's right. That's not really Power 4. And quite frankly, at this point, is the ACC? Is the ACC like teetering towards Pac-12 territory?
No,
Not yet.
Here's the deal. And Jim Phillips, the commissioner, yesterday at Football Media Days, said ACC is now at $900 million of annual revenue.
Oh,
so
okay.
I mean, he goes, that's without, he goes, the ACC has actually grown in value without its television contract leading them along the way. So they've been able to generate cash outside of television revenue. So if you had to rank the Power Fours right now, it's Big Ten, it's SEC, ACC, Big 12.
Big 12. Wow.
Yeah. As far as revenues.
So, yeah, those only schools that they threw out there were those 5. It said because of the revenue sharing and the private school dilemma.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt and Wake. Andy Woodley sent me a text. He's like, hey, don't forget, Matt's on the staff at Wake Forest, jackass. Like,
we know that.
I'm not knocking on Wake Forest. Stanford, UC Berkeley, and Northwestern, and again, Cal, I hate to even, but that they put under the academic versus athletic identity crisis. Will any of them basically decide that playing high dollar football or high, whatever you want to call this, elite football at the college level is becoming too expensive?
That's why I say you just say, hey, we're going to suck for a couple of years, start banking the cash, and then your business model is.
And you don't have to admit it. You don't even have to admit it.
What's that?
That you're going to suck.
Yeah.
You don't even have to come out and say, hey, by the way, we're just gonna eat it for a while. If everybody can just swallow a shit sandwich for 2 years, you don't even do that. You just feed it to them.
But it's stuff like this next story that's going to compound the problem, and that is people that want to be competitive. Matt Norlander from CBSSports.com had a really good article on CBSSports.com today or yesterday. You know the Summer League's going on in Las Vegas, right? The NBA Summer League.
I didn't, but yes.
That's good. I don't watch Summer League games. I just see the highlights every once in a while and know they're going on. Well, what happens at Summer League? That's like the tryout, right? So you're going to get some guys getting cut.
Okay.
Agents now are swarming in Las Vegas to college coaches going, hey, what if we go to court because you got to go to court by the end of July over the 5-for-5 rule, and we're going to take the guys that don't make it, that are 21 and 22 years old, and come back to college. So you have these guys that are playing the NBA. So they said, "Hey, we're going to go to the NBA." They may have had one more year of eligibility. We're going to fight that. There's 15 lawsuits right now, and because if they sign a G League contract, that's below a basic one is below $200,000. But if I go back to school, I can make $1 million. So the agents are going, "Hey, would you take him?" And there was an unidentified Big 12 coach goes, I don't like it, but I'd be lying to you if you say I wouldn't be interested. But the hard part is, listen, our rosters are set. We've already spent the NIL money. Where are we going to get that cash if we don't? Because if you cut somebody now and to me, these contracts are two ways. Somebody put in the chat earlier that said, "Hey, did you see where Ole Miss is suing 2 players for transferring to LSU for breaking their contract?" Well, to me, if you sign a contract and the school breaks the contract, you should still be on the hook for the money, right? Isn't that a two-way street? If somebody transfers on you, yes. You just got to go. This is why antitrust is valuable. If there's one thing I want about the Save College Sports Act, you've got to have some kind of antitrust. You have to stop these lawsuits all the time. It's nauseating. It's exhausting. It doesn't stop. And it just holds things up.
I wish I was smart. I wish somebody was smart enough to know. I mean, Travis, I don't think it's like you said earlier. You were asking me, would I go back if I had to change right now? If I had to pick between right now and 5 years ago, before guys could get paid, 10 years ago, would I change it? I wouldn't. I'd stick with where we are right now. I think it's a more fair system for the players to get something and have a right to be able to fight for what they want. So I don't know that the antitrust carve out is the answer. I think that just puts the power right back into the hands of the NCAA, but man, there's all these unintended consequences, and there's all these nefarious actors out there.
Now, to be fair, in most organizations, the commissioner and there is a power structure, right?
Yeah.
And I think the NCAA now knows you're going to have to pay players. That's never going to go away. But you still just can't get sued over every little thing. Could you imagine if the NFL, Major League Baseball, could get sued all the time? It would be exhausting.
Yes, there's got to be. I wish I was smart enough. I wish I was smart enough to go, well, if there were just these rules in place, if this institution were to say, hey, now we're in charge, and here's how we're going to operate this whole thing. This is why people like Jamie Pollard say, eventually the Big Ten and the SEC are just going to break off and do their own thing, and go ahead and do it. You guys are playing by your own rules anyway.
It's crazy. But I just can't. Can you just imagine these maggot agents? Hey, do you want this? Do you want this? We can make this happen. We'll go to court.
I mean,
I know he left school, but he wants to go back to school. Because does he want to go back to school? No, he wants to make the most money.
Play sports and make money.
And I got news for you. If you're not making it in Summer League now because you came out or you graduated, you're probably not going to make it later.
Now, Travis, that's a whole other part of the conversation.
It's time to grow up.
Okay. All right. So Audie Crooks probably isn't going to play in the WNBA. So should she not play college basketball?
No, but she's still eligible. There's a difference here.
These guys legal. Again, we've already set the precedent. of eligible is.
But you have the 5 for 5 rule now, which I think most people agree with.
I
right?
agree. And yes.
And they said the 5 for 5 starts for the incoming freshman. If you already graduated and exhausted your eligibility, sorry, you got to draw the line somewhere. It's kind of like with the House settlement. Should they have really gone back as far as they do to pay these? The House settlement did more damage than anything because they had to retroactively pay these guys. Now, if the NCAA just would have said, "Hey, you know what? We're going to set a salary cap. This is what we're going to do," that would have been great. But because they didn't have any protection,
so many times the NCAA could have given an inch. So many times the NCAA could have said, EA Sports, give an inch. You got the players want some money from their names being used on video games or their exact likeness and specific speeds and attributes. They want something for that. Give them a little, feed them a little. They want to have YouTube channels.
Give it to them.
Where they're doing Frisbee trick shots or whatever it is, or kicking footballs over their frat house. Give them, feed them those little crumbs. So many times they had a chance just to give a little bit and be reasonable and logical, but instead we have Cal in the ACC. You're not the crazy one.
But different, you may disagree with me. Different, but same. You had greed on the NCAA side, right? Like, we can't pay these players. That's greed. Now we have greed on the player side.
Everybody's greedy, man.
They are. Nobody's going to do the right thing. They're going to look out for number one.
Right. Nobody. This is, yeah. How come cancer treatments aren't free? Well, if you figured out the cure, would you give it away for free?
And the answer is no.
That's my favorite question. If you invented a time machine, Travis, would you tell people?
No.
Neither did the guy that invented
it. Speaking of time machine, I learned something 2 days ago. If you talk about Caitlin Clark and you put it on social media, people react. People react.
Yeah.
I had a little short up that we did. Oh, buddy. TikTok and Facebook have opinions about what we said. Both agree and disagree.
Hashtag Caitlin Clark, man. It finds people's feeds. Bad news is Tyler Kluver never saw it. Never even saw it because he's hitted it into all those words.
Yeah. And you know, people, we're dumb. We're smart. There's just.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
Yes.
You guys are morons. Yep.
You don't understand it.
Yep. Agreed.
Caitlin threw a tantrum last night.
Did she?
Yeah.
But she played.
She played 26 minutes. She had 13 points. The Fever got beat at home.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, lost to Golden State, who's now won 8 in a row. They're a good defensive team. But she was going up for a layup. Was she fouled? In slow-mo, you go, yeah. Okay, but the tantrum she threw afterwards was just like, okay, you might have been fouled, but is it worth just throwing a fit every single time? That's what gets exhausting. That's where the haters are really going to come in.
Oh, and it was contact with Kia Stokes?
Yeah. No, so you're watching the reaction right now, right? So you saw the foul.
I read the article. It's just going through the...
I didn't know if there's a video there.
But it's getting there right now.
Yeah. And it's just, okay. Okay, now watch the reaction as she comes down the court. She's dropping F-bombs. You saw, so your reaction, so if you're just listening on the audio stream, Ross watched the foul, which...
Not a foul at all.
Well, on the other side, on the slow-mo, you can make an argument for it. You really could, for contact.
Okay. All right.
But The knee contact was incidental, and it doesn't look as bad as then her reaction, Ross, was just not warranted. Am I wrong there?
Travis, can I play psychologist for a second?
Absolutely.
Something way bigger is going on here.
The pressure's getting to her?
Something way bigger. This is one of those situations where you're overreacting to one thing because you can't control other things. I don't know what that means. I know I've been there. That's what I know. I know I've been there. I know this is what ruined my career at the radio station. Can't control parts of your life, and so the parts you can control, you over control. You squeeze the shit out of the stuff and then you react horribly to things. And I had the same thing happen to me. I think we've all had that happen. Somebody reacts really poorly to something, and you're like, man, that wasn't even that big of a deal, because it wasn't. Straw that broke the camel's back. It's a very real thing. We've all done it. That's what that, and I know I'm over analyzing it. It's what I do. That's what that looked like to me. That's a dramatic overreaction. I just saw all the angles. It's not a foul. I mean, slow motion, is there contact? Yes, it is not only completely incidental, it's not enough to draw a whistle. Her reaction to it as soon as she hit the floor, and then the way overreaction after she's run down the court, she's had 10 seconds to cool down. When she hit the ground, she slaps the floor and looks at the official. If she were mad about that thing, that reaction would have happened in that moment. She comes back down the court and then turns around and comes back at the official and F-bombs her as she walks 30 feet towards her. My only expertise is I've been a human being for 48 years. It's my only expertise. Something else is happening in that video I just watched.
I don't disagree with you, because I think we've all been there, right? David says, wasn't the worst foul out there. Her reaction, though, she in her own way has had enough.
Maybe that's it, David. Maybe it's just she's had enough of the getting banged around and not getting the calls, and that could be it.
There's only one choice in that scenario, because people are going to have sympathy for you if you do that every single time you get a foul called. So your only other option is, I'm out. If you're going to beat the shit out of me, I'm out. And that's not going to happen. But this gives the haters more fuel. More fuel.
David said, for comparison, I've seen people act like this before they quit their job. That's the kind of what I've seen there. I'm like, oh, that ain't right. I had bosses that were really good at this. A salesperson would come in and bark at you about something. You'd be like, why do they hate me? And they'd go, oh, no, dude, you're getting the ripple effects of this other rock in the water.
Hey, don't forget, tomorrow on the Rush Radio Show, it's the Iowa Lottery Weekly Woo-Hoo, where we want to make you a winionaire, and we want to give you a prize pack valued at $90. Here's the prize pack for tomorrow. The $30 bonus cash doubler, the $40 The Price is Right, and $20 in Powerball coupons. Go to therushradio.com today, or even right now. Go to the promo tab, click Woo-Hoo, and just tell us what your Woo-Hoo is. We like giving away $90 for now, because you could win more. Or you can wait till tomorrow and call the show at 515-517-2303. Brian Duax from Central City Liquors joins us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. Front row tickets to every show, Yenair. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie, Yenair.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles, Yenair. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Mini Des Moines, and this month the heat is on so the roof comes off. Get an all-new Mini convertible with rates as low as 2.99 out to 60 months. If you're looking for something more year-round, you can get into an all-new 2027 Countryman with rates as low as 2.99 out to 48 months on here. Also, we are down to our very last Victory Edition, so if you want to cross the finish line, come check it out now. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit us online at minidesmoines.com or your favorite motoring advisor.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
The World Cup is heating up, and so are we at Willis Nissan. This July, you can score big with 0% on the rugged Frontier, the practical and fuel-efficient Murano, the full-size Pathfinder, and the compact and modern Rogue. And with up to $5,000 in available customer cash on these models, the savings are even better. So stop into our showroom or head online to willisnissan.com today.
The Rush, presented by Willis Automotive, returns now with fresh sports takes and at least one unnecessary rant.
You know, sometimes the key to feeling better comes from just being seen for what you need. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center with services from low testosterone to managing the effects of aging. But more than that, UCI is the place to go when you want to be seen like a man, not a patient. You don't want somebody else's treatment. You deserve yours. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at Iowa. URO.com. Yesterday in World Cup action, you had Argentina rally to beat England 2-1. He looks frozen. Is he frozen? He disappeared. There he is. What are you doing?
Sorry, guys. I was experimenting. I wanted to start the show by showing you the magic of construction in 2nd Avenue.
Oh,
but as soon as I walk outside, I drop you.
Yeah.
So
did they give you any idea of completion on that?
Fuck. We're in year 4 of 2nd Avenue construction, and unfortunately, year
that's not
4.
Real.
No, it is. Year 4 starts right in front of Central City. So my main entrance is completely a hole right now. I'm hoping by Friday they put that hole, fill it full of gravel or something, so at least some customers can come in the front door. But we do have the beautiful parking lot in the back. Go park in the back, avoid the chaos. We knew this was coming. But yes, this is year 4, Ross.
Wow. So this is something I got to tell you. Bruno's been pitching for this for a long time. Driftless Iowan wrote in and said, this is the best segment of the week. Central Iowa needs a reality show.
I have been somebody smarter than me, somebody better connected than me. You want to make a Central City real world, let's do it. I just don't know who the hell to call. Let's do it. I got all the cameras. I can put audio in here. I mean, this place is like a casino. I can put audio in here if we need to. I think.
Do you know how expensive that is?
Is it crazy expensive, Trav?
To edit it? I mean, you would need. I mean, it would. it depends on how many episodes you want to do and how you'd almost need somebody there to put different cameras up to switch so you could go back and forth between I mean, it would be.
You know what it would work better as? If you just had like a social media person that was able to take those videos and edit those videos for you when shit happened or funny things happened, if you could send it to somebody.
I know somebody, Brian. I know somebody.
Okay. We need somebody.
Because
crazy shit happens every day.
I have somebody for you. She works not in the market, but she does remote stuff all the time. I'll call you afterwards. Yes, okay. That's what she does in New Orleans.
It. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. She has the right personality and sense of humor for it.
Yeah.
We've been saying it forever. I just don't have the connection.
Look at that. Be great.
And then, our social media has it sucks. Let me just not beat around the bush.
Dude, it takes dedication to it, and you built your business not doing it. It's hard to convert to it.
Yeah, Todd and I don't want to do it, but we can.
I'll call you on the way to work. We can have a conversation.
Okay. All right,
before we dive into the special, World Cup yesterday, did England play not to lose instead of play to win?
Yes and no. The first 60 minutes of that game was one of the best soccer games I've ever watched. They scored the goal, and they went into a shell. And as soon as they went into the shell, it was bad news for them. It was bad news. They just defended. And you can't just invite pressure from a team as good as Argentina for 30 minutes. You can't do it. You can't survive. Instead of just continuing to play them straight up, they changed formations. They brought in more defenders, and they were just allowing Argentina just to beat the brakes off them until they scored a goal. And then once they scored the goal, it was over because Argentina made offensive subs to try and chase the game. England made defensive subs. Well, at that level, you only get 5 subs. They both used all their subs. So England couldn't revert back to trying to be offensive. I mean, they tried. They put Dan Burn up top, who they put in as a center back. And then when they go tied 1-1, they move him to center forward. Well, he's like a fish out of water.
Out of position.
Yeah.
Just watching I don't want to answer these but just watching the games, I have an idea of what my answers would be. On a scale of 0 to 100, how good are Argentina and Spain?
Really good. 95 to 100.
Okay. How good is the USA?
75.
I had 80. I was thinking 95 and 80. So you had the same thing. You were just 90 and 75. Okay.
Yeah.
That's because there's a noticeable gap.
Oh, 100%. In terms of coaching philosophy, in terms of those guys were bought into everything. Those English players did not want to play that way, but their coach said, hey, this is what we're going to do to survive, to win, buy in and do it. And they were bought in. I'm not sold that our guys want to play the style that we need to play to get results.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What style of play do we need to play to get results?
Well, Pochettino wants to play the pretty game. He wants to keep the ball. He wants to play like Spain. We are not technically good enough to play like Spain. Like if you watch the final on Sunday, which I hope you do, every one of those Spanish guys on the field is looking for the next pocket of space. Every time they find the ball, they're taking a touch in a different direction. They're misdirection. Like they are just all in tune and all clean as all hell. And we are not. Like for us to win, we got to kind of mucky it up and make it, and let's be athletes and see what we can do. With a combination of, all right, we can still play a little bit. We're not just going to start kicking the ball, but we got to learn to either get cleaner as the youth in terms of our first touch, our second touch, our movement off the ball, or we got to mucky it up a little bit.
You know, I know this wouldn't happen because you don't have a big enough name, but you have a big name with us. I've watched a lot of the ESPN studio shows. You would be perfect. You explain it in layman's terms to what I can understand. I'm like, you can't drop the F-bomb on ESPN, but I would love to and the thing is, we wouldn't put you in a suit. I think we put you on set just like you're dressed and say, I'm the everyday guy. You have a bottle of...
It's a McAfee feel.
I don't want to be in a suit. I don't want to be uncomfortable. This is me. I want to be me. Now, if I need to clean it up and not drop some F-bombs, fair enough. I can do that. Do you know a guy at ESPN? I'd take that job too.
We want to try to get the social media launched for Central City Liquors first before we get to ESPN.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Jan Michael, I've talked about this a couple weeks ago, that Jan Michelson explained to me one time that he felt like the biggest problem with U.S. soccer was that we didn't play with a national identity. The way that the way he described it, it was almost like soccer was some sort of tactical reflection of the culture, where Germans are extremely tactical, but the Brazilians play a lot more of that kind of free flow, street soccer type of thing. Yeah. And he always felt like the American style needed to be attack. That if you could describe our culture, it's got to be attack, attack, attack.
I would agree with him. I would agree. And I played against Jan's son forever.
Scott. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Never. Yeah.
So I agree with him. Now, do I want to revert to we're just going to kick the ball forward and hope? No. But can we connect 4 passes, be extremely big and athletic in the back, connect 4 passes, and then when we have somebody making a run, instead of trying to connect 10 more passes, just play him. Let him run. Play the ball in behind their defense. Let him go. And then as that ball travels and that guy chases it, the whole team pushes up and we just press the shit out of them because we have super big, super athletic, super good backs, and we could survive that way. Might not be the prettiest. Like Pochettino wants us to play like Spain. We're not Spain.
Well, don't you think that's a problem? We hire foreign coaches that
that's the problem.
No, well, what I mean is, it's like you can't fit a square peg in a round hole, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, this is the way I coach. It's going to work here.
Correct.
You don't, if you're not from here, if you don't really have been around American soccer for forever, you don't understand what you have.
Well, and it's no different. Coaching is coaching. Whether it's me at Centennial this last year, I could be super creative in what I was doing coaching at Centennial because I had a loaded team. Next year, my philosophy is going to have to change or we're not going to be as good. So I like to call myself a chameleon. Like, I don't care what style you want me to play. We're going to play whatever style I think gives us the best chance to win.
At the high school level, that's why high school coaches, they have to be this way.
Have to.
High school coaches, unless you will become a Valley, Dowling, Southeast Polk, where you create a youth program where the kids are playing your system from 6th grade on.
You have to.
And some small towns have mastered that system as well. But other than that, high school coaches in most sports have to be chameleons. Great way to put it. Your roster changes so much every year.
And that's where I think Pochettino, Klinsmann, some of these guys, they are so stubborn in their style that we're just going to force it. And maybe if Pochettino gets hired for another 4-year cycle and he gets 4 more years with the guys, maybe. But I'm here to tell you, I think they need to be a little bit more direct, play more balls in behind. We need to find another striker besides Balogun that can run in behind.
Freddie Adu available? Freddie Adu still out there?
I think he is still playing. I'm not sure.
I know a guy.
But I think
I know a guy. Freddie Adu. I know a name.
No,
you know a guy.
He ain't going to cut it. But there is a really good crop coming up that should raise the level of America. The MLS academies have only been around for so long. Kevin Sullivan
just starting to produce.
Yep, Kevin Sullivan here in a year is going to be over playing for Manchester City. Excuse me. Once he turns 18, he's going over there. There's already a couple others that are over in Europe playing that are between that like 17 and 18 range. When the next World Cup comes around, those guys could allow us to play a different style.
Now I think you're kind of speaking some more people's language now. Iowa Norseman just wrote this in. I really do think this has something to do with it. He said, are our U.S. players even from here? Well, the answer to that question is, for the most part, no.
Yeah, I think there were 2 that were born in America that were in our starting 11.
So no. So
but that's every country anymore. That's every country.
That's true. That's. But I think that will help.
Absolutely.
I do think the
there
more
will be
that
some
you
more pride.
Yes. Yeah. The more.
I mean, how do you think Megan Gustafson played in the Olympics? She played for Spain.
Yeah.
Right. It
just
happens
because
a lot.
she has some. Yeah, it does. So I But the problem, but you know what the problem is?
80. That's why we're an 80 or a 75, and not because we're taking guys that couldn't cut it for Ivory Coast or whatever it is. Yeah,
correct. I mean, if you look at France's starting lineup, they have one guy that is actually born in France.
Really?
Yeah, they were all Africans. They're from all over Africa.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, Spain might be the exception. Argentina might be the exception. Like, those guys are from those countries as far as I know.
Interesting. All right, so you had a great idea this week. You said, hey, let's decide, do they want vodka? Do they want bourbon? Do they want tequila?
They made that pretty clear, didn't they?
And yeah, bourbon ran away with it. And the bourbon winner, 1792, ran away with it. Yeah. I mean, I thought it might be the Penelope, but I was kind of surprised.
Let's talk about that, because I think that those other things are kind of slept on a little bit here. The Penelope, especially. I remember being in Wisconsin and sending it to some bourbon buddies, and one of my friends was like, "That bottle of Penelope is the one I want."
Well, I mean, what we were trying to do is your guys are absolutely right. They picked 1792 because 1792 is part of Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is the craze, right? There are plenty of good bourbons that people don't understand aren't Buffalo Trace. This Penelope weeded, I have a bottle at my house. I will drink this over Weller. Weller is Buffalo Trace's weeded bourbon. I will drink this over Weller, but it doesn't have the hype around it. People
wow.
want the
Now,
hype.
how much is that? How much is that bottle right there?
$34.
That's
and then these ones, the Hard Truth that we tried to push on people. This is Hard Truth, and it's in Mazurna wood. For any of the bourbon guys, Mazurna wood is Japanese oak, and it's the new craze for aging whiskey/bourbon. That's why I tried to push the Hard Truth on it, but nobody wanted the Hard Truth because they don't know what it is. I'm here to tell you all of these are fantastic. Hard Truth also has a weeded. I haven't tried this one, so I can't tell you this one's fantastic or not. But so those are $44.99 and $66.99. We didn't go.
And what
with
was
them
the
on
other one?
special.
Virginia Distilling, or what was the other one?
I got that one up here, so I can walk back to my safe space.
He said Mazurna Wood. I thought it was a town.
No, it's
in
actually
Missouri. Did you think it was a town in Missouri?
I did.
It's
He's like, this
Japanese
one's
oak.
from Mazurna Wood, Missouri, and it's good stuff.
Nope, it's Japanese oak, and that's kind of the new craze of how to age bourbon in a different way. I mean, that's what people are trying to do. Bourbon's always aged in oak, but they're trying to think outside the box and find different things. And this is Japanese oak is apparently different than American oak. I don't know.
See, this is the stuff you don't learn at Whiskey Fest. We have Whiskey Fest on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
with Brian. All right,
Yeah.
so what's our special this week then? Because
All
we're
right,
going
so-
1792.
We've got 5 1792s on the shelf, but Todd wanted to go back to the Bottled and Bond, and I think he sweetened the pot even more. Bottled and Bond, 1792, $36.99.
Wow.
Rush Radio listeners only. Now, I've told Todd, don't put this on the shelf saying Rush Radio. I want authentic people who actually listen to the Rush that say, all right, I'm coming in. So you're going to see the shelf tag or the stack. It's not going to say that price. But if you come up to the register and say, I'm buying this with the Rush Radio, there's a button they'll click and you'll get it for $36.99.
There's a Rush button.
Yep.
There's a Rush. Remember those the Staples buttons you could buy, and
Yep.
it was a red button. You'd hit it and it'd go. That was easy.
Yep. I think we actually have one around here somewhere.
Those are fun.
Yep.
I
Okay,
bet
so
you have a
there's
Billy
one.
Bass. You seem like the type of store that at one point had a Billy Bass.
I don't believe we ever had a Billy Bass,
Okay.
but maybe. Maybe.
He said maybe.
I think we did actually. I think we
So,
did. I think it
again,
was hanging
folks,
on the wall.
It's
I
the
think so.
1792 Bottled and Bond. It's $36.99, but they're not going to advertise it in the store. You literally have to go in, get it off the shelf. It's going to say whatever the retail is, and you got to go up to the Todd, Father, or Dana and say, hey, it's the Rush Radio special.
Yep.
Okay.
And that goes for all of these. That goes for all of these. So, Todd, we still have some left over from Father's Day. We have the Four Roses small batch, which is going to go for $22.99. Holy shit, Todd Father, if you're listening. $22.99, Four Roses small batch. We have the small batch select, $39.99.
What was that originally?
$52.99.
Yeah.
On sale, $52.99. Original price is probably like $59.99. The Todd Father, he worked all night last night doing inventory, so I
He's
think
sick of counting bottles.
He gone a little bit batshit crazy with these prices, but we're gonna roll with them. Or the or the single barrel, $32.99. Regularly $44.99. So again, when you walk in, you're gonna see them on the shelf. It's gonna say $44.99, but as you bring it up to the counter and say Rush Radio, they're gonna get you a different price.
So all these you have to ask for specifically, because usually you put it out there, hey, this week's Rush Radio, which we like the advertising, but it is.
I like this. I like that.
Totally get it. Like it a lot.
Coming up, yep.
Like it a lot.
They have to whisper into Dana's ear. The password is Rush Radio. Good luck, by the way, trying to whisper into Dana or the Todd Father's ear. I'm not going to recommend it.
Todd Father's ear, you might catch a smack. Or a
hey, I'm going to pay it too. I'm going to pay the Todd Father a compliment, because Ray comes in with camera blazing, right?
Yep.
And the Todd Father was very nice to him.
They're familiar. I tried to tell you.
Did you see the video?
Yeah. Well, it's hard. I get car sick because Ray can't hold the camera steady, and he looks like he's having a seizure the whole time. But yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're listening this morning. Did you see his ex-wife was with him?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was his ex-wife.
Yeah, Dana and Todd, I came up later that day, and Dana was like, Ray was up here. And I was like, Ray, like as in the Rush Ray? And they were like, yeah. He had his video camera rolling the whole damn time. And I was like, I'm sure that's priceless.
It's on YouTube.
I think I texted you boys.
Yeah. You did. Yep. You said our Ray is here or something like that. I remember what it was.
I said our resident weed guy, Ray, showed up.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep. Now, he's listening this morning because he said he has 2 entries in. He has 2 entries in.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and it's not a very big box. Ray's got a good shot here.
He does. But we're not done with the deals yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, man.
Sorry, I'm gonna make you and AI really work on some things. So, brand new.
You notice that?
Virginia distillery. They have 3 different ones. This is a toasted barrel. The blue one's a toasted barrel. The red one is a Cabernet barrel. So it was aged in oak, and then it was aged in a Cabernet barrel. So it'll give you a little bit of that dryness from a cab. And then this one is a portwood. So again, it got aged in a port wine. All of these are regularly $39.99. $32.99 for the Rush.
I'm interested in that port wine one.
Well, my favorite whiskey to drink every day is Angel's Envy, and Angel's Envy is finished in a port.
I didn't know that. Okay.
That's my everyday favorite drinker.
I don't have
Brian,
Angel's Envy.
I'm going to have you do me a favor when you're done here, and that is put all them that are on special like in a group photo and take a nice photo for me, long ways, not up ways, and then email, because you got too many here. Just email me what every special is.
I got them all sitting right here on the counter that I'll just make them into a beautiful little row right now.
Yeah.
But I still got one more. Don't.
Oh, jeez.
Again, Todd Father worked all night.
Todd's Father sick of counting bottles.
He got sick of counting bottles. I called him this morning on my way in, and I was like, hey, I haven't seen your Rush Radio deals yet. And he goes, that's because I'm here. I go, what? Why are you still there?
He walking behind you earlier?
No, that was the beer guy. The beer guy.
Okay.
I told him, I go, hey, I'm about to be on the radio. And he goes, I don't want to be on the radio. And I go, then avoid me like the plague. And I asked the Todd Father. Todd Father left at like 7 this morning. And I go, just stick around. And he goes, nah, I don't need to be on the radio.
Oh, Todd would be great.
You and Dana at some point are going to have to get on the fucking radio.
Yes. Yeah, Dana doesn't know maybe Dana does know what's going to happen, and that's why she doesn't want to come on.
That could be.
People are going to love her.
Again, Todd Father is obviously batshit crazy. He put a stack of this out today.
Buffalo Trace?
He put a stack of this out today. Looks like there's 48 bottles. To the regular folk that aren't Rush Radio listeners, they're paying $29.99. Rush Radio's getting it for $24.99.
That's a good deal.
It's a
good deal.
There's no reason between today and Sunday not to go to Central City Liquors. Not even the big hole in the middle of the of Second Avenue. You find a way to. There's a price point for everybody here.
Yeah,
everybody,
and something that I guarantee you they've never tried. Like that's why I wanted the the Hard Truth or the Virginia, because most people don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
I want it to get people out there to have people try it. Sorry, I'm moving them around for my picture.
Okay, and then one more thing, right? Or is that it?
But
Is
wait,
that...
he's Ron Pompil. But wait, there's more.
That's it.
All right, that's it.
All right.
That's,
and only
there's
19.
my note from the Todd father.
Only 19 specials today, folks. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it. No more. Just the everyday regular price that's going to beat the snot breaks off everybody anyways.
So okay, Ray's not an alcohol drinker. What is he winning if the name gets pulled here today? What are they winning?
All right, so they're going to win a Buffalo Trace or they're going to win a THC.
Okay,
Their choice.
I like that. I like that you give the choice there.
A Buffalo Trace or a THC. Their choice. And you're right, there's not very many in here. So if Ray's got 2, he's probably got a 1 in 10 chance.
Drum roll, please.
Ethan Dix.
Ethan's
a repeat winner.
And Ethan said he bought a Hard Truth, and it's fantastic. He was literally commenting as you pulled his name out. Ethan Dix, congratulations, buddy.
Ethan, I'm not going to text you then because you're listening.
Okay.
Paula Lawn Lakers?
Paula Lawn Liquor? That's not Paula Lawn Liquor. That's not right. Paula,
move it up.
Lift it up a little bit. Paula
Lakers. Paula Long Lakers. Luna Lakers? I don't know.
I'll text you, Paula.
Congratulations, Paula.
Maybe that's Ray's ex-wife or Ray's sister-in-law.
Ooh, good point.
I hope it is. Congratulations, Ethan and Paula.
Yes.
It's always good to hear the females listen to the show. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We got a couple minutes left, but you want to rearrange my liquor cabinet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not necessarily rearrange, but you got to get some better shit in there. 4 Generals vodka? Come on, bro.
Guys, that's Ray's ex-wife. Guys, real quick, that's Ray's ex-wife.
Is it?
Ray's not going to tell it. So here's the deal. Ray's going to come in and say, my ex-wife said a walker, she couldn't come, so I'm here to claim I want the THC drinks.
So do you want me to write Ray on this?
Ray, do you want him? No.
That's his ex-wife. Technically, Paula won it.
Okay. I'll text Paula.
Okay.
Paula. So Ray is your last name. So one of her name is Paula Long Lakers.
Maybe.
Oh, Long Lakers.
The hyphenated.
Like hyphenated. Okay. Oh, dude. Not Lawn Liquors. I thought it was Paula this whole time. I've been like, Paula Lawn Liquors? That's a name?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Lawn Lakers.
Trav, we do need to upgrade your liquor cabinet. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I mean, you got the chartreuse, which is fantastic, but we got to get you drinking something better than that gut rot you were drinking. I mean,
four Generals. What's it called? 4 stars?
4 stars.
4-star. And then I had some Arkansas vodka, and his reply was, where do you find this shit?
You're drinking each state's version of Hawkeye vodka.
That's right. That's right. All right, Brian, have a good weekend, buddy. Send me those pictures and send me the specials, and I'll call you after this, too. Thanks, man.
Take care.
Brian Duax joining us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Have a great Thursday, everybody. Ross and I will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I got to go to work now on 2 hours sleep.
Oh, have a good one today, buddy.
But I'll have fun doing it.
Talk to you in a bit.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we have some exciting new offers going on. Right now you can get an all-new 2027 QX60 with rates as low as 2.9% plus $1,000 in special finance cash, or lease it with $1,000 in lease cash. Also, we're running low on 2026 QX80s. Get one now for 0% for 60 months. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit us online at willisinfinity.com or stop by our showroom.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Hi, Noel from Fiskus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiskus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Coming up now, Travis, Ross, and at least one opinion that will get somebody mad online.